Hello, this is Marie Manucherry. Thank you for liking and subscribing below. We are in, close to the end of September, and from a cosmic perspective, there's a really interesting energy that is flowing around in the cosmos right now and affecting Earth and all of its inhabitants, especially the human population, has a lot to do with disrupting of old beliefs that you've had, taking things that have been in like this Neptune type energy that were false, inaccurate, misconceptions. You're going to be noticing that these old thought patterns that you've had that were based on illogical perceptions, nothing accurate at all, are going to be exploding in your mind. You're going to start to have flashes of insight of new information that you've never had before, or maybe you haven't had since you were a child. Now, when these old ideas start to erupt, meaning dissolve, disintegrate, which are really in a way, I know this isn't probably the best word, but they're kind of nefarious, these concepts that you've had, these beliefs that you had that have been holding you back or making you follow a certain path in life or make you take certain actions that you've never really had to do, like it hasn't been important. That's what's going to start to erode and eradicate from your mind, your belief system. And when that happens, a whole new world opens up for us. Everything changes really quickly, really fast, like on a dime. Charles, my dog, is in here. He's sitting on the chair behind me. So just let me see, yeah. So what I want you to do during this time, so it's already happening, it's going to happen through most of October. I would love it if you allow your mind to be open, because I think sometimes when we have an awareness that something is happening differently in the cosmos, then we can help it to expand in our awareness and not miss the opportunities because we're willing to be open-minded and not necessarily be stubborn to beliefs that are holding us back. So please be open-minded and know that Neptune is helping you to not look at things in irrational ways that are not at all true. Here's an example. About 8 years ago, I bought a new home, and prior to that purchase, I really wanted to move. I was living in the older, it wasn't an older, but I was living in the family home. I'd lived there for, almost 20 years. And I just didn't want to be in that neighborhood anymore. There was nothing wrong with it. It was lovely, but I just didn't want to be in that space anymore. And I had in my mind, the only way I can go buy a home that I want is if I'm in a partnership. That's what I thought. I'd never bought a home by myself. I was married when we had made, a few purchases of real estate. And I just had it in my brain that, oh, I have to be in partnership to purchase a home. And I was working on projects like having certain things redone, like painting the inside and the outside of the house. I had bathrooms remodeled so that I could enjoy them as long as I was going to be there. But in my mind, I was still thinking, even if I get all these things done, even if I find a house that I like, I can't proceed because I need a partner. And I really didn't want a partner at that time in my life. I was actually enjoying my single life. It was fun. I was excited about it. So I had this weird, irrational belief in my head that as a woman, I'm assuming it was a gender type of philosophy that I had adopted from what people had told me over the years, even unconsciously telling me these things. Our society functions on beliefs that have no merit whatsoever. So somehow I was, caught up in this stereotypical fantasy. And then one day I just woke up bright and early in the morning, and this thought just came rushing into my brain really loud. You don't need a partner. Go buy the house you want right now. And you would think that when I heard this, I would have just argued with it, but it was so strong and so profound. It kind of shocked me. That's what's happening right now in the cosmos. Ideas that have been so frozen or hidden in your subconscious mind that you don't even know really where they originated from are going to blow up, never to return, which is quite amazing. So I went, oh my gosh, that's right. And then of course I got pre-approved for what I really wanted to spend, which I thought I needed a partner to spend that amount of money. And then I went and bought a house. I think it took like 3 or 4 months for me to sell my other home at the same time that I was purchasing a home. So that's what's going to be happening. It may not be the same storyline that I just expressed, but it's going to be something so profound. It's going to change your perception of who you are, what you're capable of, what you're supposed to be doing, what you can accomplish. It will be a very positive shift in awareness. We've had a lot of planets retrograde. Many of them are going to be going direct throughout October. Maybe that's what's going to be helping this Neptune energy dissolve something that is actually problematic in your life. Because if we believe, based on our age or our gender or our education accomplishments or our work accomplishments or our family ties, that we have these limited things that we can do in our life, that is a sad story, because that's not true. Anything in the universe can change at any moment. Anything on earth can change at any moment. And the only thing that holds back an individual from progress, whatever that progress is for them, like mine was very simple, buying a home on my own, a home that I wanted. I had this weird story in my head that I wouldn't be able to get what I wanted if I was the sole purchaser of a home. Ridiculous story. But when you have those, it's not only holding you back from that thing that you want or that you would love to have, if the things your brain has told you need to happen in order for you to secure that thing, whatever that is. Imagine all the other beliefs that are tied to the perception, the limited, unrealistic perception you had been holding on to, that maybe was just something was told to you as a child or from a previous lifetime. It's going, when that one big thing explodes, there are going to be many other smaller beliefs that are attached to it that are also limiting and completely false, that have also been holding you back. So many things in your life can change radically in a very short period of time. And those beliefs will never return. This is a permanent erase of some unhealthy delusion. And that's really what's happening. So not even for people who are maybe holding themselves back, but individuals who are having a lot of delusion about certain things that are happening on the planet right now, those are also up for destruction. So you may see a lot of changes happening in your community or with your family or friends, where people are having these aha wake up moments, where they're having a very different perception of what's happening on Earth. And there are many layers of perception. As we become more conscious, we just increase, the way we see things, the way we understand things, the way we speak about things, the way we hear things, the way we live in our life. And so this progress is highly necessary for us to move forward as an individual and in the collective consciousness. So whether it's something very personal to you that's going to be blown up in terms of your belief system, a delusion that has been holding you back from the opportunities that would set you free and allow you to gain more self-worth and confidence and joy and happiness. Or if it happens to be more of a global, delusion that you've had about other people, that also will explode, which could also not only affect your community and the surrounding areas, but also when we look at the sixth layer of the auric field, which is the psychic field of your aura, everyone has one in their auric field. There's a phrase on that field of energy. It's beautiful, very dark, dark purple, almost beautiful black velvet colored field that hopefully is going to be very quick in your aura, because psychic information is very fast. That when that happens, when we have a blow up of something that we believed, that maybe we weren't even conscious that we had a belief about, it opens up our intuitive ability, because the phrase on the sixth layer of the auric field is "we are all one." So for many people who may have delusions about humanity or others, or people who aren't like them, regardless of the topic, when that starts to explode, that helps more of humanity to move into the multisensory world. And the universe is really wanting, and so is the earth, and the consciousness, the collective consciousness of the human race wants to have a huge shift in awareness, so that we do jump into becoming more often, with great success, multisensory beings, where we can hear, see, and feel beyond the physical realm. Charles must be tired of my talk. And allow ourselves to see the divine, our departed loved ones, delusions a lot sooner. We don't have to wait for an astrological event to occur in the cosmos to affect your consciousness. You can have them every day. You can have a breakup of some illusion that is somewhat nefarious in your life or globally in our world. So this is an exciting time. I would increase your meditation. And meditation doesn't have to be, certainly that's a lovely way to meditate, but you could do some yoga stretches to some lovely music. You know, meditation is about not thinking. It's about being present. You could simply do an old Tibetan meditation where you smile, close your eyes, and imagine energy moving into every pore of your body, and keep that smile for like 10 to 15 minutes. So I hope this video is helpful. I encourage you to remain open and not be stubborn to new ideas that are coming into your perception. Allow them to fly in. Become curious of what you think you believe so that you can believe something very different and have an extremely different and more fulfilling experience here on Earth. Have a great day. Bye-bye.